Hey guys, how's it going? Headless Horseman here. Hope everybody is doing well in YouTube land. Making a quick little video. I know I've been pretty absent from YouTube as of late. Just life kind of happened, you know. Some good, some bad. Bought a house, got into hobbies, got out of hobbies. My YouTube channel was basically, it wasn't a one particular subject matter type deal. As anybody that knows my channel knows, my videos could range from gun videos to RC videos to Michael Rose and YouTube poops to Mary Miller, the whole Mary Miller saga, Redneck Wreckham stuff, arcade stuff, car stuff, drum covers, you name it. Like, my channel, I know, I self-admit that my channel is just all over the place. So I have a hard time keeping, you know, one specific hobby and just keeping my entire video or my whole channel about that topic. It's just really hard for me to do. So yeah, basically, I haven't been making a lot of videos. Just life, you know, time constraints is a big issue for me. I do work a lot now. Have a house to pay on, mortgage to pay. You know, got to keep those bill collectors away and everything. So I'm putting in long hours at the office, you know, 12, 14-hour days sometimes, you know, at the office. So I get home and I basically eat dinner at 8, 9 o'clock at night, get on YouTube, watch a little YouTube videos, you know, and go to bed, you know, get a shower, go to bed. So lots of my free time is taken up from work. Over the weekends, you know, I still have my S10. I've been working on that. That's been several years in the making. It's taken much longer than I wanted to get the truck done to where I want it to be. But I am starting to actually make some decent progress on that. Actually, the body drop's done. Getting ready to do body work, basically. So I've been on a kick lately about that, working on that every weekend. So that kind of takes up my weekends most of the time. Not making excuses, it's just giving you guys a reason why I've been absent from YouTube. Of course, I was demonetized, you know, from YouTube like everybody else was, you know, when they implemented those new changes with their policies and everything. So that wasn't a huge deal. I never made, you know, any type of sort of decent money off of YouTube. It was kind of just a little extra cash here or there, you know, to pay for your camera or whatever, you know, stuff like that, batteries. But it wasn't something, I wasn't in YouTube as a job, you know, as a living. I have a full-time job that keeps me well busy throughout the week. So that was kind of another thing. I was kind of a little ticked off, even though it wasn't a huge deal, you know. I just thought it was stupid, and I thought, you know, they were really doing a disservice to themselves by doing that, you know, because a lot of channels actually closed up because of the policy change. So it was just stupid, but I still frequently, every day pretty much, I'm on YouTube watching something or other. So basically, I just kind of let my channel go for a while. I would upload little videos here and there of basically private, sometimes videos or unlisted videos for purposes of using on websites or whatever to share on there. But nothing, I haven't really put anything out for my subscribers, which I'm much sorry to say, you know, I have 700 subscribers, which has grown, you know, so much. Even though I'm not making videos, I'm still getting subscribers. So I don't know if it's just some of my comments I leave on videos on YouTube. I do a lot of colorful commenting and trolling, maybe some would call it, you know, but not in a bad way. I'm not on there calling people fat or ugly or stupid. I just leave, you know, funny, sometimes silly comments that, you know, at the time make me laugh. So I'm like, what the hell, I'll just throw this on here. Maybe somebody will get a kick out of it, you know. Do a lot of that, but I haven't unfortunately uploaded any videos lately. And now my work's kind of slowing down a little bit. So I'm getting a little more time to myself during the week. So I figured, you know, what the heck, I'll break out the camera and start trying to, can't promise you guys I'm going to be constantly uploading videos. Start trying to get a couple out, maybe a year to at the least, maybe more. Just see how life goes. We all know how that is. Ghost hunting stuff I do occasionally. I don't do it as much. We don't have the paranormal group that we had before. That is disbanded. I still go out with my brother and his friend and my wife, pretty much. I go out, you know, we'll go out occasionally to places here and there. Haven't been to any super top secret locations or anything like that, you know, just the typical stuff that we've been doing. But I still have the equipment. I still have the drums. I actually have 3 sets of drums now. The Slingerland set that you would see in some of my earlier drumming videos. I have the electronic drum set that you've seen in some of the videos. And then I inherited my uncle's drum set. It's a Gretsch. I forget the model. It's a Gretsch drum set. He wrapped it in black, like a black gloss color. So I have that. But once again, time issues. I just seem to have trouble having free time as it is. So kind of the drumming, it's still something I'd like to do. It's just I haven't had enough time to practice and increase my skill as much as I'd like to. I started a couple songs that started to learn how to play and kind of gave up because it was either too hard or just kind of got out of it. So there will be more drumming videos to come. Right now my main focus is getting my S10 done that has been torn apart for years. That actually started probably, what, like 5 years ago, I guess, working on that. That initially started with tearing it apart to fix rust and new rockers, new fenders, such stuff like that. And I figured I got to pull the cab off. The body mounts were shot on the bottom of the cab. So I figured if I'm pulling the body off, I might as well body drop it. So I body dropped it 4 inches, body dropped the bed 4 inches. All the while keeping 20-inch wheels and tires on it. This was just a hard feat. Never have done anything like that before. This was my first experience with that. So to say everything went as planned would be an understatement. But there's a lot of fabrication and just custom stuff that goes along with body dropping a truck like that. So I'm actually to the point where I'm finally done the body drop. It's dropped down as low as it's going to go. I'm basically, I replaced the rocker panels, the cab corners, the body mounts, everything. That's all new metal welded on from LMC. That's done. I just need the body work to finish it, you know. But the panels are on. So now I'm working on the Cadillac taillights. It's getting Cadillac taillights on the back. So I'm pretty much to the point where the fillers are welded in, and I've got the buckets that hold the Cadillac taillights welded in. And I basically, the driver's side's pretty much done, albeit the body work again. But it's in, the taillight's in, passenger side bucket is tacked in. I just need to finalize welding it in. And anybody that ever welds sheet metal know it's the time-consuming process because you can't run a constant bead. You're going to burn through. So it's spot weld here, spot weld over here, spot weld down here. You try to leapfrog all around to keep the heat down. So it's just a very time-consuming process, and it can be finicky, you know, to do. But I've really been hammering home trying to get that truck done. I'm not really setting any deadlines for it, but I'd love to have it back together within maybe a month or so. I'm to the point where I can actually start putting the interior back in and put the wiring in and try to remember where everything went, because it's been 5 years. And I did take some pictures of disassembly. Some pictures were lost on a hard drive that crashed. Some of them I still have. There's 2 pieces of the truck that are gone. I can't find a hood hinge. What else am I missing? Part of the gas pedal assembly, which I may have. I found some kind of metal bracket that I cannot for the life of me figure out what it is or where it went. The only thing I can think of is it was part of the gas pedal assembly. The brake pedal and the clutch are all one assembly. They were all together. They mount to like the bottom of the steering column basically. So the gas pedal is the only thing that I don't have mounted yet. Partly because I can't find some of it, or I don't remember how it went together. So you have to do some digging for that. As you guys can hear, I'm getting over a cold here. I'm a little congested. But yeah, the truck's been taking most of my weekends up. So drumming's kind of put to the back burner. I still have my guns, and I've gotten AR now and all kinds of cool stuff. Just don't make a lot of videos of shooting them, things like that. But yeah, we bought a house. We're homeowners now. We've been here 3 years. And most of the arcade games that I had back in the day, I had the MK2, I had the Soda Machine, the Change Machine, Area 51, Maximum Force Combo, Sharpshooter, F-14 Tomcat Pinball, Bad Girls Pinball, and Baywatch Pinball. All were sold. Even the Mortal Kombat 2, which I always promised myself I would never sell. Well, I sold it. Yep. And I regretted doing it ever since I did. We actually bought this house with no intentions. You know, I thought, okay, with the arcade thing, it was a phase. It was a short hobby. You know, I enjoyed it when I had it, when I had this stuff. But it, you know, I kind of grew out of it, I guess. I mean, I think once some of the games I sold to buy 4-wheelers for the wife and me. We have 4-wheelers. We go 4-wheeling up in the mountains, you know, from time to time. So some of the stuff went to fund that. Some of it went just for extra money. I can't really think any big purchases that we used with the money that we made from selling some of the stuff. But yeah, it was, they were all gone before I knew it. And I thought, okay, it's done, you know, and we bought the house. I'm not looking for a game room, nothing. Just this, the garage was the main thing. And I'm like, this has a nice detached garage, 20 by 40 garage with 15-foot ceilings. I can put a lift out there. That's great. So it was like the whole thing I was looking at when we were buying this house. Like, it's an old farmhouse built in the 1900s or possibly older. Because of records being destroyed in a fire, some of the ages of older homes in the area are guesstimated to be 1900. You know, if it was older than 1900, it's 1900, unless they can find documentation otherwise. But we bought this nice house, remodeled everything, moved in, lived here for about 2 years, and then the itch started coming back again. Like, man, why did I sell that Mortal Kombat? Like, I had the switcher in it. I had all the Mortal Kombats in there. Like, that was my dream, to always own Mortal Kombat arcade. You know, it's the best version. You know, when I was growing up, they made it on Sega. They made it on Super Nintendo. They made it on Nintendo 64. You know, you name it, they made it for. They made it for Game Boy. It was horrible, but they made it. It just, the games were not anything even close to the arcade versions back then. I think Super Nintendo had the closest to music and sounds. But if I remember right, I think Super Nintendo MK1, you had to put a blood code in, or there wasn't blood at all. I think Sega was the one you had to put a blood code in. You could at least get the blood on Sega. But the sounds are horrible, you know? So it's like a mix and match between, you want, you know, the sound, you want the blood. just nothing was close. You know, now the 360, Xbox 360 and Xbox One and the future gen consoles, they can easily replicate, you know, the arcade's hardware and have basically an arcade port on the home console. But, you know, back then the only way you could have one and have the joystick and everything, you know, was to own the game. So the whole reason I'm getting at is basically I told the wife, gonna get a Mortal Kombat and put a switcher in it just like I had. That's all I'm getting. Found one in Virginia, 5-hour drive. It was almost 10 hours there and back, I think, that we spent. Went down, picked it up, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, dedicated. Beautiful shape. Beautiful. I mean, the side art was pristine. Somebody put a new control panel overlay on, and they didn't put the Lexan over top. And from people playing it, and it must have been an arcade environment because you could see the wear from people's hands wearing the control panel overlay off. Other than that, it was flawless condition. So then I found a guy that had every single Mortal Kombat PCB. He had a switcher. He was selling the switcher and the games. Now, mind you, this is 5 to 6 years later time frame from when I had my original Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2 was the original one I had. I think I paid $500 for the cabinet. Well, 6 years later, I'm paying $800 for an Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 cabinet. I can't really recall price-wise the game PCBs, but I know it was a heck of a lot cheaper. I think I ended up paying like close to $900 for all the Mortal Kombat PCBs, which was actually a good deal. If you were to buy them separately, you're going to be spending way more than that, you know, because Ultimate Mortal Kombat, which I already had, but he had it, so I figured, what the heck, I'll have another one as a spare in case something goes wrong. Just that's, you know, $250, $300. Mortal Kombat 2's now like $250 to $300 with the soundboard. So the prices have gone way up. So $900 for everything sounds like a lot, and trust me, it is, and it hurt to pay that. But I had all of them, and it came with the switcher, so I had everything I needed to do the switcher. So I basically converted it back to a switcher cabinet. Was happy with that, and then it started happening again. I miss pinball machines. So found a Lethal Weapon for somewhat cheap in Lancaster. Lethal Weapon was my first pinball machine that I bought the second time around. And then it kind of snowballed from there. Games magically appeared in my house, and before I knew it, I had 10 pinball machines, 3 arcade games, a skee ball, a jukebox. It was just crazy. I guess coin-op apparently is one of those hobbies that I'm meant to be in, because I guess, like they say, what's the saying, you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be. Well, I had those games, I was in the hobby, I let them go, and they came back. And I got Bad Girls again. I've got Baywatch again. Just like the Mortal Kombat that I have again. A lot of these are repeat purchases just because I was kicking myself in the butt for selling them. So that's been consuming a lot of my time to just collecting and buying these games from all over the place on the East Coast basically, and putting them in the house. Going back to what I said when we bought the house, we didn't buy this house with intentions of having an arcade. If I would have known that, I would have bought a house with a finished basement that didn't leak water. This being a 1900s house with stone foundation, it leaks a little bit of water when it rains. It's not bad, it's not flooding out or anything, but it gets wet down there. Also, the ceilings are probably 5 foot high, so any average height player is not going to be down there. It's dusty, it's dirty, it's an old basement. I'm not putting games down there. So the dining room was converted into the pinball room, basically. Actually, it started off being the arcade. The arcade was out here with the dining room table. Then the Lethal Weapon was out here with the dining room table and the Mortal Kombat. And then as the games progressed and progressed, I think I got 2 pinballs and 2 arcades before I said, we don't ever use the dining room table. We don't have kids, you know, it's the wife and me. We sit in front of the TV and eat, you know, like some kind of caveman or something. we don't sit down to eat a dinner. We don't do that. So why do we have this dining room table? Let's get rid of that, all the furniture in the dining room, and pinball arcade. Once I had enough pinball machines, then this became the pinball room. So I'll give you guys a quick tour. But before I do that, just want to apologize for disappearing for so long. Everything is going good, you know, health-wise, family-wise, everything is going fair, you know, good to fair. Can't really complain. Had a couple relatives die over the past couple years, which was hard to deal with, but you know, these things happen with life, you know. But yeah, just I'm sorry for letting you guys down. If you guys even were really looking forward to these videos, I mean, like I said, I don't know really what to call my channel, because it's kind of just a collection of all these different things that interest me. YouTube poops, you know, I have several YouTube poops I started and never finished. There's another Mary Miller YouTube poop that I never finished. It's freaking hilarious. I mean, it just beats. And that was the chair squeaking. That wasn't a fart. Watch. You see, I can do it again. It's just the chair. I know everybody in the YouTube comments, fart at 5:06 timestamp. No, it's just the chair. But watch the Baywatch Part 1 video, and you guys will hear a real fart in the video. Just throwing it out there. Maybe somebody can find it and timestamp it, and you know, consider a little Easter egg hunt. But yeah, where the hell is it going? I want to try to get back to making videos. A lot of them are going to be pinball related, arcade related. Some of them may be about the S10. I might get a video or 2 of that. Drum videos, maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mindset where when I get in the mood to work on my truck, I just balls to the wall working on it. If I break that chain even one day, the truck gets pushed to the back of the garage and sits for another year or so. And I'm trying to not have that happen. That just seems to be my modus operandi, is just, it's easy for me to get out of stuff, you know, by missing a day or whatever. So I'm constantly hammering home on this truck every weekend. So I don't want to stop working on that to do something else. So you'll probably be some truck videos in there, but I can't say there's going to be any drum videos coming up. Drums are something I want to spend a lot of time with, and I want to dedicate the time and practice to them. I can't really do that when I'm out in the garage every weekend, and if I'm working 12 to 14 hour days. If my job continues the way it is, maybe I will get that, but I'm hoping things actually pick up here within the next couple days anyway. But drum videos, I wouldn't look for them anytime soon, as well as YouTube poop videos. They're just kind of on the back burner. There will be more, for sure. I got to get those YouTube poops done that I started. I got a Paula Deen one I started. The Mary Miller, like I said, I got another Michael Rosen started. I have another rap video that I think you guys will like. It's just the amount of time that they take to make is just insane. That Michael Rosen rap video took forever. I mean, it's just, it's just a lot of work. If you guys never did a YouTube video, it's a lot of editing, a lot of just listening to the videos over and over again to get your triggers and your keywords that you're going to use. And maybe there's easier ways to do it. I don't know. I got to watch a video like 10 times, write down, you know, if they say duck or whatever. I'll write down duck at, this time. I can turn that into fuck or suck or whatever, and I just gotta listen to it again. Okay, I need to find something that I can turn into ass. It's just a lot of repetitive watching of videos. Yeah, so I still do like doing it, but it's just one of those things right now at the moment, don't have the time for it, unfortunately. My truck is the main priority, getting that done, getting that drivable, getting it painted, getting it finished. That's my main priority right now. And just keeping the pinball machines going. And I told everybody now these games are nailed down to the floor. I will not sell them again. So mark my words, they will not be going anywhere. I've learned my lesson the hard way after buying 3 of the machines back. Not the exact same ones I own, but buying 3 of the same types of machines that I had. The Baywatch, the Bad Girls, and the MK. Although this time I paid sometimes double what I sold them for, just because of inflation and the difference in time frames and everything. So, but I did make out in the end, even though I paid more. The machines that I got are a lot nicer condition than the ones I had. So that's kind of one upside to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys a short video. We see how short this turned into. What are we at here? Like, I don't even know, little 26 minutes or something. Just wanted to give you guys a little hello and let you guys know that I'm still alive and I plan on still uploading videos. So I'm actually working on a Baywatch pinball video. Something I am definitely going to be doing as time allows is an in-depth series on each of the pinball machines, possibly the arcade machines as well, but definitely all the pinball machines that I own. I'm going to do an in-depth video, 3-part video for each machine. So essentially 30 videos. Basically the part 1 will be just a video showing the side art, the artwork on the play field, the artwork on the back box, just things like that, and my take on the artwork, what little hidden stuff or whatever that I find in the artwork that some people might not notice, or maybe people just don't take the time to notice. And part of the reason for doing such an in-depth video of the games is, 1, for the love of the game, and 2, for preservation. Maybe there's people that had a game and they sold it, they wish they wouldn't have, and they would get some kind of enjoyment out of seeing, the game that they own maybe analyzed up close, and just for preservation. Maybe some guy's trying to restore a pinball and he can look at my video and reference where things are. And now I'm not saying that all my games are pristine, collector or grade quality machines. I try to keep them all working. Most of them are pretty nice, but I haven't shopped them all out. I haven't LED'd them all out. I still have a bunch to do. I've done 3 machines now so far that are LED'd, new rubber, clean, taken completely stripped apart and cleaned and everything else. I have some that need cabinet touch-ups done because they were an import-export game. They were from Spain, basically. They went to Spain in a container, and they just didn't live, the one game didn't live an easy life, so the cabinet really needs some touch-up work. So I'll probably detail that too in video maybe. But definitely look forward to the 3-part series on each game coming up. I'm basically already done the first game. I shot the first 2 videos yesterday and today. All I got to do is a gameplay video. But yeah, like I started to say, the first video will be just artwork. Second video will be opening the manual and actually reviewing the rules, the scoring, things like that, showing some of the things that are in the manuals for the game. The third video will be me just playing the game, no commentary. So you get to see how the game works, how it plays, get to hear the sounds and such and such. Whew. So, after that, I think that's about it. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here at what's to come for the channel. Show off some of my collection. Well, all of it, I guess, I'll show to you guys. And it is in 2 separate rooms. So, we will start with the camera not focusing on my jukebox. Right there it is. This is a Seeburg SCD-1, the first CD player ever introduced into a jukebox, and I'm not making that up. You can look it up for yourselves. Seeburg SCD-1 with a Sony. Where is it? There you can kind of, the reflection's horrible. It's a Sony disc changer in there. It holds 60 CDs. Alright. This familiar face should look good to you guys. Who can forget these hot women? And the commentary I had about them. This is the second Bad Girls machine that I've owned. And beside it, once again, the second machine that I've owned, Baywatch. Look for a video upcoming on this machine. It is the first machine I am doing the in-depth 3-part video series on. Both in very good condition. Let me pan around the room. That is Pinball Row right there, guys. That is it. This is the Pinball Room. So keep an eye out for all these videos going to be released on these games here soon. Got the Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, Tales from the Crypt, my Grail game, Addams Family. I've actually got one. I still can't believe it. Even though I've owned it for like 2 years, I still can't believe it. Haunted House just fits the theme. Haunted, you know, I like scary, spooky stuff. Terminator 2, the first pinball machine I remember playing when I was a kid, and it kicked the hell out of me. I just sucked at it so bad. Much better at it today now. Lethal Weapon, the first pinball that I acquired when I got back into the hobby. Rescue 911, the container game from Spain. It needs a little work on the cabinet, but the playfield is pretty decent. World Cup Soccer. My wife and I played this at White Rose Pinball Show in York and had a blast. Of course, we have the pinball sign, of course, for the Pinball Room. This is really neat. My brother made this in celebration of the Addams Family Pinball. He's got the little flippers down there at the bottom with the pinball, the pop bumpers. This is actually made out of aquarium rocks that he painted. And it's got the black and white scenes from the Addams Family all around it. It looks really cool in the game room. It's an awesome thing. I love it. And I got the Death poster up there that my buddy gave me. I'm a huge fan of Death. That was a promo poster, I believe. I need to get a frame for it. Let's head out to the other game room. And the dogs that I have blocked with the chairs so they can't come out and click their nails on the floor when I'm trying to make a video. We now enter arcade room number 1, I guess. Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat with, you guessed it, the switcher down in there, guys. Check it out. I've got Ultimate Mortal Kombat in slot 1, so when you turn it on, it acts just like a regular Ultimate Mortal Kombat arcade. Then it goes to MK1, MK2, MK3, MK4, and I have a spare slot that I can put some other game in that I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in yet. Side art is in pretty dang good shape for this. I have the ultimate moves list stuck onto the glass, well, underneath the glass. And I made these removable moves lists out of poster board, stuck the stickers on. So, you know, if you want to play MK1 or MK2, you can have this move list up and check out all the moves. And then the other one is up on top of the Killer Instinct. You can basically swap them out. And I have the Killer Instinct, which actually is getting sold to my friend. It is the only game that I am selling. I got this as an empty cabinet with intentions of using the monitor and maybe converting it into something else, because I didn't care about Killer Instinct. I never played it. Was never good at it. And I didn't have the heart to change it because the side art was so good. So I bought a Killer Instinct board, also from Spain, and had it shipped. And this is a fully working Killer Instinct with the Killer Instinct 2 marquee. It was converted to Killer Instinct 2 at some time. They had the Killer Instinct 2 overlay on it. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I pulled the overlay off to reveal this beautiful Killer Instinct 1 control panel overlay that's still there and still in good shape. But as you guys can see, it's still got the KI2 moves and auto doubles and the marquee and everything. Selling that to my friend. He enjoys the game more than I do, so that'll make more room for either another pinball machine or possibly a racing game. Area 51, Site 4. Sorry guys. And a Lethal Enforcer's cabinet. I actually have a Sharpshooter arcade game PCB and a police trainer to put in there. This game is going to become another switcher cabinet. It's going to have all the Area 51s. It's going to have Sharpshooter. It's going to have police trainer, possibly Lethal Enforcers in it. I'll put some side art on it of some type. It was $100. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, it came with Site 4 in it. Guy said it wasn't working. Turns out he just had the power supply too low. He didn't adjust it up to the 5 volts it should have been. Adjusted it up and it worked fine. And last but not least, Skee Ball Company 10-foot skee ball lane. This I got for the wife also, along with the soccer pinball. She loves skee ball. Found one for cheap that wasn't working and needed the wiring fixed. Fixed the wiring, and here we have fully functional. What model is it? B, I think. Model B skee ball. It doesn't have the 100 pockets, but it's still fun. And it's 10 foot. It's not the 13 footer. I mean, 13 footer would have put it back to here. You know, it would have been a little bit too much in the way. So it kind of works out good. And it does only have 6 balls. I need to get 3 more balls so I can put it on 9-ball mode. But unfortunately, the skee ball, the original wood balls, are like $100 a ball now. It's ridiculous. There's people that reproduce the plastic ones, but I don't want plastic. I want the original. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Just going to say goodbye to you guys. I'm going to get a gameplay video of this Baywatch, get that done, get that uploaded, get this uploaded, and hopefully you guys can let me know, you know, what do you think of these videos? Is there something you want to see a video of in particular? Is there something I've done videos of before that I haven't done lately you guys would like to see? Maybe, you know, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can make another video that I don't plan on doing, you know, just for you guys, just for being subscribers. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Please remember, if you didn't like or subscribe, to do so, and have a great day. Bye-bye.